Hey everyone, we're here today to look at a problem I have with my Twilight Zone pinball machine, and basically what happened was that one of the flashers in the game locked on and actually melted the plastic right here. So that was the problem, and if you look at the underside of it, you could see that the flasher rests. There's a bracket that goes right here, and basically what happened was that the bulb lays on the plastic, and once that flasher locks on, well, yeah, then you're going to melt right through your plastic like this happened. So what I did was I created my own. I made my own. And this is the new one that I made. And basically it goes something like that. So that's the old one, that's the new one. I put washers in there too just because that's where the nuts go and stuff like that to put it back on the game. So I made it out of plexiglass, which I don't really think you're going to be able to really see it well on camera, but that's kind of the plexiglass. So what I did was I just scored the plexiglass with scoring knives that plexiglass uses to cut and just sanded everything down to make that. And then the printout in the back, I got it from Marco Specialty's website because they sold this plastic at one time. And I just saved the picture, printed it out on my printer, put a piece of Mylar over it, and cleared it with, clear in a can, cleared the plexi, and just stuck that printout behind it. So it looks pretty good, I think. I think it came out actually pretty good for, what it is. You can't really get this piece. And I'll look for it. If I find it, I'll get it. But for now, I'm just going to use this, and that's how I put the bulb on. So what I'm going to use going forward is a 906 LED. I'm not going to go with a flasher or I had an old 906 bulb in there, and that's what it did. So word to the wise, if I was you and I have a Twilight Zone pinball machine, I would change out that bulb immediately and put LED in there instead of the traditional bulb that could burn right through your plastic like that. Because these are known to do that. My game never did it before, but for some reason it locked on and the plastic started to smoke, and that's the outcome is that. So let's go and take a look at the pinball machine and see what board runs this flasher, where it's located, and see how everything kind of goes. And again, we could change out the LED and, or change out the traditional to an LED and, be good forward. Hopefully your plastic's not roached like mine, because that's done. And make the new one. I'll put the new one on and take a look. But let's look in the manual first, kind of just real quick at the specs of everything, and then we'll go to the game and take a look over there. Stay tuned. Okay, so now we're looking at the manual of the game of Twilight Zone, and as you can see, it's 37 in your solenoid chart here in the manual, upper right flipper. So that's under the solenoid flasher locations in your manual. That's page 2-53. And if you look to the right here, that's the indicator of where it is. It's right above the flipper. There's a little piece of plastic in there, and that's where the 906 bulb goes. So if we look to, let's scroll this notebook over this way and scroll it down. So if we look at 37, which is here, probably small to see, but it says upper right flipper, flasher, J41, J1076, brown, white, and it's I think it's brown, white, 37, yep, brown, white, and the bulb, it's a 906 bulb. So that's the specs of the actual bulb and stuff like that. So again, change it out to an LED. It doesn't get as hot, or really not hot at all, and you won't have that problem with your melting plastic like that. So that's that in the manual. So let's go take a look at the game. Go take a look at where the problem lies and what I did to fix it. And besides making a new piece of plastic as well, but where the problem was on the game, on the board of where that problem started. So let's go take a look there, and we'll also look at the location of where the LED or the bulb is, not the LED. Stay tuned. Okay, so now we're looking at the pinball machine, and where that bulb lies is right in here. The plastic covers this piece right above the flipper, and that's where that bulb goes with the plastic. So again, we're gonna put on the plastic, take a look at how it looks after we install the plastic, and then also take a look at the back box and see where the actual problem started and what I did to fix it. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are in the back box, and I'm looking at the boards. Let's just scroll out, zoom out a little bit here, and look. So you got your boards. You got your soundboard in the middle there. You got your DMD board, or is that your video board here to the right? And then you have to the far right another board with a ribbon cable, and at the bottom and stuff like that. There's a bunch of connectors on it, stuff like that. That's where that flasher gets connected to. So what I did was on that bottom ribbon cable right there, I unseated it and seated it again. And then that connector goes all the way to the far left-hand side over there, to the very left-hand side right there. So I reseated both sides of that ribbon cable and turned it back on, and it turned off, and it seemed like the flasher was working when I turned the machine on, and it didn't stay on. So that's, I guess, what you could do first and see if it fixes your problem. It fixed mine, but it melted my plastic. So again, it's this ribbon cable here at the very bottom of that board. It's like an 8-port or 8-connector power board or something they call it, the far right here. And then again, it goes all the way to the left-hand side there to your, I guess that's like your CPU or MPU, one or the other. So that's that left board over there. That's the one that like gives the power to the game and stuff like that. So that's the ribbon cable all the way to the very left. That's what I seated and unseated. So let's take a look at the plastic. We'll take a look at the game and stuff like that once everything's connected back in, and see if everything works again. Stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, I put the plastic on now. I put the flasher in there, the 2 screws that hold the plastic on. So this is the plastic right here, like where my finger is. So it goes above that flipper, like that. So it fits on there pretty well, better than having nothing or a burned out plastic on there. So that's how it looks. So that's a replacement. And also I showed you how to, where to look, the first place to look for your repair to see if it fixes the problem or not. Hopefully it does. So that's it. So again, thanks for watching all my videos. Really appreciate it. You can see all my videos at www.pinballsupernova.com. I have a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and also my posts and blogs at WordPress. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel if you can. I really appreciate it. Talk to you soon.